Hello students, welcome back. So in our previous lecture, we have discussed about the essentiality criteria, different nutrients, organic manures, and the fertilizer classification, as well as some of the important terminologies that are being asked in competitive exams we have covered in our previous lecture. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss about different fertilizers and different examples of fertilizer, how they're being synthesized, what are the special characteristics of those fertilizer. All these things we will cover in this particular lecture. Now, first one is nitrogenous fertilizer. That is, nitrogen is one of the most versatile nutrient and one of the most important nutrient from crop production point of view, because nitrogen is the most deficient nutrient in Indian soil. And nitrogenous fertilizer are of four different types from the point of view of which type of nutrient it is releases, or which form of nitrogen it is supplying. Okay, so basically nitrogenous fertilizer are of four different types. One is ammonia nitrate form of fertilizer, ammoniacal form of fertilizer, then combination of nitrate and ammoniacal form of fertilizer, and amide form of fertilizer. For example, nitrate fertilizers are the special characteristics of nitrate fertilizer are they are highly mobile, because nitrate, NO3 minus, so they are highly mobile nitrogenous fertilizer. They are suitable for top dressing, and they're basic in nature mostly, and their major losses are leaching as well as denitrification. For example, sodium nitrate, calcium nitrate, these are for some of the potassium nitrate, these are some of the nitrate fertilizer. That means they release nitrate when we apply in the soil, and in the form of nitrate they are being taken up by the plant. Then coming to ammoniacal fertilizer or ammonium formating fertilizer. Okay, so they form ammonium. Okay, NH4 plus. Like for example, ammonium sulfate, ammonium chloride, anhydrous ammonia. Leaching loss in this type of fertilizer is comparatively less than nitrate fertilizer, and they are well suited in submerged soil, and mostly rice plant. The ammoniacal fertilizer is basically rice plant respond to this ammoniacal fertilizer when they applied at the initial stages, and they preferably you have to apply the ammoniacal fertilizer in reduced zone to get it converted to prevent the formation of nitrate, which might lose through denitrification and leaching loss, which we are going to discuss later on. Then coming to ammonium and nitrate, both form of fertilizer. Like ammonium nitrate, it contains 33% nitrogen. Then calcium ammonium nitrate, it contains 25% nitrogen, and it is also known as calcium ammonium nitrate is a neutral fertilizer, and it is also known as kisan khad. Then amide fertilizers like cyanamide, calcium cyanamide 21% nitrogen, urea that is contains 46% nitrogen, calcium cyanamide CaCN2, and urea NH2CO NH2. Okay, now what is the fate of nitrogenous fertilizer? When we are applying nitrogenous fertilizer in soil, if it is in nitrate form, that may leach down. Okay, suppose we have applied nitrogen, and in case of nitrate fertilizer, it can be taken up by the plant. It can be if it is submerged condition, then it can there can be denitrification loss. If it is more percolating water or infiltrating water, along with that, as these are highly soluble, it can leach down and move below the root zone. Okay, so these are some of the fate of nitrogen. Then ammoniacal fertilizer, when we are applying on the soil, then it might convert to, on oxidation condition, it might convert to nitrate. Okay, ammoniacal fertilizer can fix in the clay mineral, mostly in the 2:1 type clay mineral, and some plants they preferably take up ammoniacal form like potato, rice. Okay, then they might convert to nitrate form, and they get transformed in how the nitrate fertilizer they get transformed. So they are basically transformed like that to prevent the nitrogen loss in fertilizer, because nitrogen is more prone to loss, because there are different types of losses you can find in nitrogen, like leaching loss, volatilization loss, denitrification loss. So to prevent the nitrification or nitrogen loss in soil, we you can apply slow release nitrogen fertilizer. For example, isobutylene diurea, which contains 32.2% nitrogen, crotonylidine diurea, which contains 32.5% nitrogen, sulfur coated urea, neem coated urea. These are some of the examples of slow release nitrogen fertilizer. So basically they are having inbuilt slow release capacity, or they are having some kind of coatings, so that it hinders the solubility and it reduces the solubility and there is slow release. So as the nitrate release is slow, so it will keep on releasing the nutrient throughout the crop growing season, and the loss will be minimized and crop growth will be proper. Then some are called nitrification inhibitors. So basically when nitrification happens, nitrate is more prone to loss than ammoniacal form. So this nitrification, when we are applying in the soil, they actually hinders the nitrification process. So hinders nitrification process means the NH4 plus, it convert to NO2 minus and it converts to NO3 minus. Here nitrogenous bacteria is used, here nitrobacter is used. So nitrification inhibitor actually act on this ammonium uh, form to nitrite form. It cannot happen if we are applying nitrification inhibitor. For example, nitropyrin or NSORF, AMDCD, these are example of nitrification inhibitor. Okay. Now, nitrogen recovery by rice crop varies from urea is around 36 to 45%. Leaching and denaturation loss of nitrate and volatilization loss of ammoniacal fertilizer, these are the major losses in case of different nitrogenous fertilizer. So ammoniacal volatilization of ammonium, it mainly happens when the soil is in alkaline condition and the soil temperature is more. Okay, then volatilization loss is more prominent. So urea hydrolysis, let's see about urea hydrolysis. Urea, that is NH2CONH2, when it hydrolyzes in soil through urease enzyme, where nickel is a major component, it forms ammonium carbamate. Ammonium carbamate, NH4 whole 2 CO3. Then it again dissociate into forming ammonium and carbon dioxide. Ammonium in alkali condition, it forms ammonia, which is volatilization process. Then biurate is one important aspect when we are applying urea. Biurate means when there is manufacturing of urea and the temperature beyond goes beyond 170 degrees Celsius, then two urea molecule, they combine together and they release ammonia and they convert to biurea, that is a toxic compound, that is NH2CONH2. And according to fertilizer control order, if in urea that biurate content is less than, it should be less than 1.5% before application. And when we are applying urea as foliar spray, its concentration must be less than 0.25. This value you have to remember because these are asked in different comparative examination. Then for deeper placement of urea to prevent denaturation and leaching loss, you can use urea supergranule, mud ball, briquette form of urea, etc. Then neem coated urea. After neem coating of urea, it reduces the solubility of urea and it reduces the nitrification process. Okay. Then urea based fertilizer, for example, urea sulfur that contains 40% nitrogen, 10% sulfur, DAP 1846, 18% nitrogen, 46% phosphorus, Gromor, that is 28280, urea rock phosphate 36.5% nitrogen, 5% P2O5, urea gypsum 36.8% nitrogen, 4.6% calcium and 3.6% sulfur. Now different ammoniacal fertilizers are there. For example, anhydrous ammonia, which contain 82% nitrogen and it is in liquid form. Anhydrous ammonia is the nitrogenous fertilizer which contains the highest amount of nitrogen, that is 82.9% or 82%. Then for its application, special equipment is needed because it has to be incorporated in the soil because it is in gaseous form and it is compressed to form liquid. So it has to be incorporated in the soil. Okay. So anhydrous ammonia applicator is also developed. Then ammonium nitrate, it is highly hygroscopic and it contains 33% nitrogen. Ammonium nitrate sulfate, it is a double salt of ammonium nitrate and ammonium sulfate and it is having good handling and storage capability. Then ammonium chloride, it contains 26% nitrogen. Ammonium sulfate, this also is being asked in different competitive exam, how much nitrogen, how much sulfur it contains. It contains 20.5% nitrogen and 24% sulfur. Good for handling and storage. Okay, ammonium sulfate. Now let's discuss about nitrate nitrogenous fertilizer. They are highly soluble and suitable for top dressing in different crop. Top dressing means whatever we are the method of fertilizer application we are applying in standing crop, that is called top dressing. When there is deficiency symptom or when there is a schedule of split application of fertilizer, nitrogen fertilizer, then we can go for top dressing. For example, sodium nitrate, it contains 16% nitrogen. Potassium nitrate, it contains 13.8% nitrogen, 36.5% potassium. Then calcium nitrate, 15.5% nitrogen, 19.5% calcium. So these are some of the nitrate fertilizer example. Then the fertilizers which contain both nitrate and ammoniacal fertilizer, ammoniacal form of nitrogen, like ammonium nitrate, it contains 33% nitrogen and it is highly hygroscopic and explosive in nature. That is ammonium nitrate. Then calcium ammonium nitrate, it is also called Kisan Khad. It is a neutral fertilizer and it contains around 25% nitrogen. Then ammonium sulfate nitrate, it contains 26% nitrogen and it is acid forming in nature. Now, how to select nitrogenous fertilizer? How to select nitrogenous fertilizer? If the soil is acidic, then basic formic or nitrate fertilizers you must use. When the soil is alkaline nature, you must use acid forming nitrogenous fertilizer, like where there is ammoniacal form. Then submerged soil, mostly ammoniacal form of fertilizer you should use, because in case of you are using nitrate form of fertilizer in submerged soil, there is a high chance of denitrification loss. Then arable soil, mostly nitrate fertilizer you should prefer. Then for basal application, mostly ammoniacal nitrogen fertilizer is used, and top dressing application, mostly nitrate fertilizer are recommended. So this is about the nitrogenous fertilizer, different types of nitrogenous fertilizer, the characteristics, brief discussion, and about when to apply this nitrogenous fertilizer. So in the next class, we will discuss about phosphatic fertilizer. Okay. So till then, if you have any doubt, you can ask me in the comment section. Uh, uh, so uh, so that I can prepare another lecture on that a particular topic. And okay, till then, till next class, keep reading, keep growing, keep signing. Bye bye.